Corgis.
Patrick?
I love corgis.
Corgis is, I'm telling you, it's the new whatever the hot thing is.
Yeah.
Oh, look
my
at that.
goodness.
Oh,
How much
wow,
does
the
that one
mouth
cost?
opens. Oh, that's fantastic.
Can we take that one home too?
Yes, look, so many corgis. You've got snoozing corgis.
Yeah, sleepy corgi.
You've got jumping corgi. You've got, I'm going to say, electric corgi.
Kind of like, yeah, running around corgi.
Very excited corgi. We've got toast eating corgi, both unaccounted for and the number 2 toast.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking forward to toast number 3.
Oh, look at here. Hot dog. Thank you. Yes. Godzilla card game. We saw this
This was yesterday.
yesterday, yeah, but now you're seeing
It looks like a movie premiere over here.
It really does.
Yeah. I really like that
the
theming.
red carpet, Patrick?
Yeah, they're waiting for you, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
I told them a monster was coming, but they...
I will be playing the role of Mothra today.
Yeah.
All right. More of the... Oh, this is catching my attention. Hello. Legend of Stars.
So, yeah. And I think as you can see, with only about 10 or 15 minutes left until the gates open,
Yep.
most of the people are more or less ready to go.
Yeah. No, it's looking good.
Probably some people are maybe rushing around a little bit.
Of course. I like the graphic design of these games. They're very clean.
This is very sleek. Yeah, this is nice.
Very unique. I always appreciate it when a company will have kind of like a consistent design aesthetic. I'm a sucker for that kind of a thing.
If you want to go look over here, I know there's another title that I've been kind of interested in for a little while.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Korea
and
board
also
games.
these guys.
Oh.
Hello.
I love Korea.
We're putting you on the
games.
spot.
Hello. Yes. Don't feel pressured, but we are.
No, you
if
should
don't
feel
mind.
pressure. Sorry.
Take a quick look.
Still in the middle of setup, so
Of course. Yeah. I'm just taking a quick glance.
Good to see you. Yeah.
you know,
Thank you for coming again.
if you can buy like
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to definitely come back to look at Shall We because I am a massive fan of Dr. Rainer Knizia.
From last time?
And one of the
Me too.
things
I
I
was
really
like, it
appreciate
feels
about
bigger.
Korea board games is how many
I think
of the
I'm on
designs
microphone,
they've
sorry.
brought from Dr. Knizia.
okay.
So I'll come back later when you're
I think-
actually ready for people. Mob Plus Trio is a game that I think has very, very much become a large title, and that's coming from Nana, the original version of the game here. Also, Trick and Snipers is a trick-taking game that I have. Dog poker, cat poker, and mole poker. So many pokers. Here's one of the games that I pre-ordered, and that is Lunar Trick. So this is a game that I had a reservation for, so I'm going to be coming back for this one. But I think this is a very intriguing concept behind the game, where there's really, I believe, just 2 suits, and where you play your card on this board is going to determine kind of what the suit is. Obviously, I need to look at the rules a bit more, but it's an intriguing enough design in and of itself that I went ahead and reserved one, and I'll come back and check that out later. There you can see it kind of set up on the table. Starting to see more and more of the games that I covered on my wish list video. Here's Josogi, Anime Studio Tycoon, which just has a very, very cool look. And I'll definitely come back when they've opened up and look at this a bit more, but I'm just going to sneak a couple of little pictures of the art because I got to tell you, that is impressive. Just love the look of that. And here you can kind of see some of the components set up. They're not fully set up, but I don't want to take up their time. But I'll come back. I promise I will come back. All right, we see the group of early entry customers here. It sure sounds like they're getting ready to release them into the halls. Okay.
And that's the end of the early
That
entry.
is the end of the early entry. All right. Well, that was exciting.
There we have.
And you can see.
Start of Game Market 2025
Wow.
Spring.
Beautiful. All right. Well, we're open now. You can see things are a bit busier than they were before. There are certainly areas that are busier than others, but still plenty of room to walk around. Doesn't feel overwhelming. Oh, Tournay. That is a fantastic trick-taking game by Totsuka Chou, who is also the designer of Ostia and Aqua Garden. I will be reviewing that one on the channel as well. Glad to see it's for sale here. I imported that one. Oh, Smombi. Yes, this is one that I was definitely excited about. I pre-ordered this. So maybe I'll just pick it up, We'll see. Smombi. Yes, this is, I love the idea of this. You have a board here. Stay out of the way here. I do not want to get in the way of people. But yeah, I love the idea of this, and this is one I'm definitely going to be picking up. You can see this arc light line is this is the longest line I've seen. Now, I haven't been over to Lorcana, but wow. Not only do they run the convention, but they have a very, very popular booth as well. And I think, first of all, they have so many different titles, but with their new titles, Steam Tower and Tornado Splash, I really think that is drawing such a large line of people. But everything orderly, and moving along smoothly. Itten booth is still hopping, very much doing its thing here. Sorry, I'm getting a little shaky there. I was trying to readjust. Still large crowds and plenty of people that are happily buying a whole lot of games. Now, what I'm trying to do at this point is I want to make my way back to the Uchibacoya booth. I walked past there earlier, but I did not have an opportunity to film. I want to show off the new edition of Aqua Garden and the other two games in that line, Sky Garden and Dino Garden. So we're going to take a look at that as soon as I can get over there. All right, here we go. The new Aqua Garden, and create a beautiful panorama with Sky Garden and Dino Garden, the new games in the line. To say I'm excited would be an understatement. Let's look here. This is Sky Garden. And so you've got those incredible screen printed meeples that Uchibacoya is known for, and you'll get a sense for the similarities between the board here and the board you had in Dino Garden, but there are some differences that I can already see. I can see that there's dual layered board here, which is new. Obviously you have bird meeples rather than aquatic life animals. And so here is that kind of central board where you can move around and you're going to be picking up the different birds to be placing into your, I assume, aviary. And so that looks beautiful. And then Dino Garden is another one. Well, here looks like picking up different dinosaurs, which makes some sense. And you've got the board, which obviously is going to have some similarities again, but now you've got these incredible dino meeples here. Love that. And here you've got a place to put your meat for the dinosaurs, and I even missed this. For the birds, you've got a place to place your eggs. Fantastic, and you can see even more of the dinosaur meeples here. This is very, very exciting for me, of course, and you can see they even have a little bit of information here. This is going to be going to Kickstarter in Q3 of 2025. And look at this, you've even got some really cool little displays. They look like picture frames for each of the three games. And let me just close it out with a few more of these amazing, amazing meeples. All right, well, there you go. An early look at the new Aqua Garden, at least the box, Sky Garden, and Dino Garden. All right, so I visited one of the Yellow Submarine locations in Akihabara, but you can see they actually have a booth here as well. And so another place for you to get some of the games that actually are also being sold here. And that has some analogies to other conventions at Essen and at Gen Con. They'll also oftentimes have retailers who are selling games that are actually at the booths themselves as well. So you can kind of see that here. Some of the titles that may be familiar, they've got some of the smaller games there. And they probably, I haven't really taken a close look, but I imagine they also have games that were available at previous Tokyo game markets as well. Yes, that looks to be the case. Actually, just looking at this, I recognize some games that were from previous Tokyo game markets as well. All right. Oh, we also have Meeple Meeple. That's pretty cool. So this is that retailer that we saw yesterday, and we've got a very fantastic mascot there. There we go. He's dancing. Look at those feet.
Very cute.
Oh, very cute. Thank you. Goodbye. Arigato. Checking back in at the ArcLight Games booth, and still plenty of people playing games. Looks like we've got people playing Tornado Splash over there because I heard the clapping and the cheering going on. Okay, here we see the Swe Works booth, and I have a couple of games that were on my wish list for Tokyo Game Market. We've got Desolito here. That is a very cool looking game, tile laying game. And then Uchiman, which actually we have at the Dice Tower Studios. I've played this with Tom. It's got a number of interesting mechanics where you are traveling down this river, but you can go as far as you want, but you cannot go backwards until you basically go back to port. And Baladari, that's a game that I actually already own, and it's a pick up and deliver style game. And then they have a smaller abstract game, Ukayo, I believe is the pronunciation on that. Hopefully I did not mispronounce it. But yeah, I've been a fan of a number of their games. So, if you would you please introduce yourself and maybe let us know what game you're most known for?
はい、自己紹介と日本のボードゲームギグの中一番知られているタイトルは教えてください。
はい、みつる326という名前でやっています。一番知られているのは糸というゲームを作ってます。よろしくお願いします。
So, were you surprised by the success of Ito? Did you realize that this is a game that you felt would have such a wide appeal that it clearly does?
でもボードゲームは好きだけど、やってる人たちだけが楽しいゲームが多かったので、やってる姿を見て楽しいゲームがあったらいいのになと思って作ったので、ヒットには驚いたけど、なんか逆に思った通りだったなとも思いました。
So you mentioned that as a philosophy. Does that pretty much come across with all of the games that he continues to produce and wants to produce in the future? Is it more about the experience around the table than maybe it is with the nuts and bolts of the design and mechanics?
そうですね。なんかこうものすごく新しいものを作ったねって褒めてもらえるよりも、なんか誰でも思いつきそうなこうテーマとかルールでもいいけど、みんなが楽しいと思ってくれたらそれが一番なので、これからもそういうものを作りたいと思っています。
Well, obviously, while Ito is the most well-known game, you've designed some other games. Do you have anything new and exciting that you would like to show off?
ありますでしょうか？
はい、あります。結構いっぱい今は作りたくて作ってて、なんか競うものが面白ければこの2個のゲーム、カードゲームはこうちょっと日本の漫画文化のゲームなので好きなんですけど、糸みたいなゲームがよかったらこういうゲームなのかどうかさえわからないような、でも喋った後やった後になんか人生が良くなるようなものも作っているので、ちょっとこれは ある種アメリカに見習って作ったゲームで、アメリカとかってディベートがすごく上手なので、日本人はディベートが圧倒的に足りてないので、それをみんなが楽しくできるようになったらいいなと思って作ったゲームがこのフィロ&ソフィーというゲームなので、結構いっぱい作ってます。はい。
And so, as a designer of games, I assume that you also love to play games. So, what are some of your favorite games to play?
ディキシットみたいなゲームは好きだし、あとあれってドミニオンってアメリカ発のゲームなのかな。
ドミニオン、
でドミニオンがあれ世界一面白いゲームと僕はずっと思ってたんですけど、日本で全然思ったより流行らなかったから、日本で流行るようになんかこうローカライズを手伝えたら嬉しいなっていうふうにちょっと思って、あれ惜しいっていうふうなのはありますね。
Is there any last thing you would like to say to the viewers of the Dice Tower and American and well, English-speaking audiences?
まだ本当に世界の方々には全くまだこう知られていない無名の人間なので、これからもっともっと頑張ってみんなにハッピーな時間がたくさん届けられたら嬉しいなと思うので、たくさんゲームを作りたいです。よろしくお願いします。
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, well, hello. If you could please introduce yourself to us.
はい、自己紹介お願いします。
松岡潤と申します。ボードゲームクリエイターをしています。今大学の現役で4年生で、はい、今やってます。はい。
Fantastic. And what are the games that you brought to the game market?
はい、こちらアブストラクトの2つのゲームを持ってきました。はい。で、どちらも同じ形の盤面で、コマの種類も似たような感じで、こうシリーズ作という風になっております。
And are you studying anything in college that you feel like lends itself well to abstract game design? I think it takes a very particular type of thinking and rational thinking to design and even to play abstract games.
そうですね、強いて挙げるとすれば、論理学とかの授業を取ったりしてて、あとコンピューターサイエンスとかの授業もあったり、ちょっとそこは関わってくるかなと思っています。
And is this something that you're hoping to do for a career, or is this just going to be a hobby that you do alongside a different career?
いや、本当に夢としては結構職業としてやれたらいいなっては本に思ってます。でもそうです、趣味としても続けていければいいかなと思いますけど、やっぱ一番の夢はゲームデザイナーですね。
Okay, and so since you have been designing abstract games so far, is that part of your philosophy as a designer? What type of experience do you hope that players have when they're playing your games?
そうですね、アブストラクトは、自分がそのアブストラクトが好きで、そのなんていうんですかね、アブストラクトの持つこう論理的な部分とか、あとその気づいた時には負けてるみたいな、そういうこうびっくりした感じを作りたかったっていうのはまず一つあります。でもそれとは別に、普通にもっとその別のゲーム、別のジャンルのゲームも作るつもりではあります。これははい。
All right, well, it's very rare to find a game designer who is not also a game lover. So, what are some of your favorite games?
そうですね、一番好きなゲームと言われるとテラミスティカを挙げたいですね。テラミスティカ、あとは普通に、アブストラクトとかだとそうですね、将棋とかが好きですね。
将棋、
はい、将棋。
Is there anything else that you would like to say to the viewers of the Dice Tower?
そうですね、アブストラクトは本当に全世界どの人間でも遊べるっていうところがかなりの魅力だと思っているので、本当に言語を交わさずに線形勝負を味わえるっていう、それをやっぱ楽しんでほしいなっていうふうに思います。
That's a fantastic wish, and I wish for the same thing. Thank you so much for your time.
ありがとうございます。
先生、Thank you.
End of day one. Here we have an area for tabletop role-playing games, and you can see that there's all groups of people here playing different role-playing games, and it looks like they have sessions lined up for particular times, and so you go in the session that you are scheduled for, and you play the games in that session, and it looks like there's a whole bunch. I'm not going to really try to squeeze past people, but you can see here that there's a number of games that are listed on this board. I assume these are going to be some of the games they're playing. I see Call of Cthulhu right there on the top left. So I believe that Sunday is the day that this is going to be happening. Typically, the role-playing is more on Saturday, or excuse me, on Sunday, I should say. It's Sunday. Can you tell I'm a little tired? I'm a little tired. Well, we visited the Jelly Games Cafe, and now we've got their booth here. And one of the things that's unique that you're not going to find at a lot of other conventions, if any, for that matter, are the gachapon machines that are specific. And it looks like we've got, just like we saw actually at the ArcLight offices, they've got some tiny versions of their games that you can win. Very cool. All right, well, it's Monday afternoon, back in Akihabara, someone you might recognize right there. Just want to close out a series of videos here with a final thank you to ArcLight for bringing me along on this incredible trip. I had an amazing time. It was a whirlwind. The Tokyo Game Market was everything I hoped it would be and more. And let's end. Do we want to end with this bus?
Yes,
That's a good way to end it, with a bus. But you know what? What's better than that? Two buses. Two buses, and this one's going to just stay here. All right.
and you called it.
And let's just say goodbye to the sound of the exhaust from this bus in Akihabara. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. And you can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vassell.